Welcome back to WALEX. Thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. On Monday at noon, we've got the Housewives of Atlanta. Now, we've got Married to Miserable. And at 8 p.m. tonight, we've got Hot Topics. Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, we've got Love and Hip Hop Miami. At 12 p.m., we've got the Housewives of Miami, last season refresher before the new season begins. And at 1 p.m., we've got Grosse Garden, or whatever the hell that show's called. On Wednesday at 11 a.m., we're starting our day off with a recap of The Housewives of Beverly Hills, followed by The Loveless and The Hip Hopless in Atlanta. And 1 p.m., we're coming out with some hot topics. On Thursday at 11 a.m., our Scandal and our How to Get Away with Murder recap. Followed by Saturday with Noon Pop Roast. And Sunday we have our 11 a.m. Open Forum. And at 3 p.m., our Bravo predictions. I'll see you soon for something. Good afternoon. So first, I'm going to tell you what I saw. And then we're going to talk about how I felt and how you felt. Because I want us to share thoughts and feelings here. This is an open space for shade. For shade. Because I have some complaints. I have to say, I'm going to start with how I feel. Unsure. Disappointed. I felt the episode lacked oomph, meat, and grip. It felt very, let's be Shonda by the numbers. But I think more than anything, oh yes, it's right here. We have to talk about what was most disturbing to me. Let's just get to it. What? Why do I have to look at this hair? Why do I have to look at this hair? This hair should have been murdered. This hair should have been killed. This hair should have been buried. This hair. What is it doing and why? What did she do to deserve this? Who doesn't know how to do a black woman's head in 2025? They got tutorials up to yin yang. Why am I looking at this? I can't focus on the show because I want to know if Obi-Wan Kenobi gonna help her ass or not. That's a conservative bot. Show is. And that's why it's fucked up. Jesus Christ. Your bob shouldn't make you look balding. But again, let's talk about what I saw. So we open with a body and a carpet that's bloody in a hole with that same blue light filter that we are so sick of. I'm sorry. Y'all need to start killing people in the day. Do it in the day. If you gonna do a murder scene, do it in the day. In the day. In the day. The day. I don't want no more night murder scenes. I'm not running around turning out every light in my house so I can see your shit. I got shit to do. Sometimes I want to watch that shit on the bus. Murder in the day. In the day. I'm sick of this shit. And also now y'all want to do a flash forward, flash backwards tea. I don't want to take a Dramamine to watch your motherfucking episode. I'm going to tell you that here now. Getting on my... I'm too old. Getting up... I'm tall as hell. So getting up get me dizzy already. But then I'm watching TV and it's vertigo. Oh, God, that's what I have. I have vertigo. Oh, it's a lot. I've had it for like 6 months. But we've been introduced to a plucky white woman and her dog. The dog had more star power. Now, I know that characters evolve and show themselves, but oh God, she's too good at playing a nothing. I'm not here for it. She said she's a geranium, which means she's not meant to be in a garden, but grow wild on a meadow. Oh, all plucky white women are meant to be wild somewhere. Wild and uncombed and unwashed and unbrushed. And you wonder why people say y'all smell like wet dog. Or wet potato chips. Shout out to Yield, Yield, Yield. Come on, hit me with your love. But she is a teacher and she has a boyfriend who is a painter. She's a teacher and she has a boyfriend. Then we meet the landscaper who you kind of like wonder what's going to happen with his love life. Because he just got divorced. His wife got caught cheating and she married the guy she was cheating with. And he's like the more successful one. She calls him a dandelion, wild and built for survival. Why is everything wild? Garden society, everything ain't wild. You're in Michigan for crying out loud. Anyway. Then we meet Catherine, Aja Naomi King's character, and she is a zinnia, a flower that blooms no matter the weather. And she's the hardest working flower in the garden, of course. But Jesus Christ, that head. That head. The whole outfit, really. And she was a real estate agent. And that hair will not get you a sale. Not that bob. Not that bob. But her issue is her husband don't pay her no mind. Then we also meet the rich volunteer, Birdie, a lily of the valley. Invasive and wild. God! Like, they don't realize people are going to say this out loud. And wild. And wild. And shimmy. And wild. And coffee. And wild. And phone. And wild. God! Girl, did the AI not come up with another adjective? It got stuck on. And wild. Lord. But she be getting DUIs like Karen Hugers. That's why she's in the club. But fast forward to all three of them burying that body that we started with. Jump back to present day. Vertigo people take the pills. And we see Naomi as a broker who's having an affair with her business partner. And this is already when I'm like, now see, Not only are you giving us time whiplash, but you're giving us emotional whiplash. Now, you just said she ain't getting attention from her husband, and she was in there all neckety-boo, and he was just training on the bike. Probably because he was like, girl, that's worn out. He's letting you cheat in peace. See, men know how to do it too. We could do it too. We could cheat in peace, honey. But you whining that your husband. Okay. So I guess so she gets a bracelet from him. And he's like, whenever your man don't think you special, I think you special. So we just gonna wear expensive jewelry, but okay. That will go with that plot line. Over at the school, the boring white heifer's putting up posters for her dog, and she has a hard-faced parent come in to give her an even harder face time. I wonder what it's like to be cast as hard-faced white woman. I really should have had a picture of her. Oh, God. Because she's an actress, I don't want to be rude. Because I can be rude to a reality star. I'm not going to be rude to an artist. But that's how they'll write. You know what that's what they're doing. And so yeah, it was a hard face and a hard time. But also they know they made her up to look hard-faced and washed up and irritating. But then we find out the plucky white woman, oh, God. After the hard face, hard time, she gets a rejection letter from the New Yorker. I want to say the N-word so bad right now. Are you for real in 2025? Really? Ain't nobody trying to work in print media. The people at the New Yorker are driving, ooh, girl. And then it came in this big packet. That would have been an email. Nah. Oh, God. We have got to, I don't know, there's some 50-something, and I'm 42, so I'm saying, this is a part of us now. We are now part of the problem. We got to let some of this old shit go. The world is not working like that anymore. The New Yorker, paper mail, big packet. It took me out. I was like, what in the 1997? There's only two types on the show: wildflowers and potted plants. Aja's here. I'm here for Aja too. It's the writing. Now, I'm not complaining about the acting. It's more like, I will say, I don't know if I'm here for, if we needed another flash forward, flash backwards, but I digress. Let me keep on. So we find out that the plucky heifer, her boyfriend is Yvonne Orgy's Asian boyfriend from Insecure. And his dad is a butch B.D. Wong. I know, I cannot believe it. I'm not saying he's not talented, but child, he shaved the head. He is also he's apparently put on some old man weight, his BD was I know in Jurassic Park he was giving thin, and this is I don't know how they shot him, but he is not giving thin. Girl, he is giving peepaw. I am what? How did BD Wong get butch? He always was giving us. Girl, he switched it up on us. He said, oh no, I can throw it however you catch it. Girl. Top energy cheers. Daddy energy cheers. But great to see him. He cut his hair. I have never seen him without the hair. And I've been watching him all my life. So we see he has some overbearing parents and they have a rental property next door and they want them to move in and have a baby. And she's like, I don't even know if I want kids. And so it gets really awky-boo really quick. But that seems like that was the interesting part. I was like, okay, this is fun. But over with the writer, we see her with her image consultant or lawyer or whatever. And she's like, look, we got to get people to like you again while you're doing this 1,000,000 hours of community service because she got that Karen Huger DUI driving into a fountain. But later that night, we find out that the plucky white woman's dog has been shot. Point blank. Like, somebody did it on purpose. And you're like, wait, what? A dog? I looked over. Bronx. Oh, his ass is over there. I was just like, not the babies now. So we take our beat and we're like all very confused about that. Then we flash backwards to the murder scene and Birdie gets a little shrill, the author, and they're like, look, we all have each other's backs. We're going to be fine. We're going to get through this. But, ooh, she get real irritating. And I'm at the age where I appreciate quiet, and I don't need shrill, upset in the air. I don't like to breathe in upset air at this age. Flash forward to present day, and we're at the winter fundraiser, or we're planning the winter fundraiser. And the author says, oh, let's do hot rocks and frocks. And everyone's like, oh, yes. Didn't nobody know what that was? She said, we're going to call Tiffany and get a pendant designed in the shape of a flower and have people buy. And I'm like, girl, you ain't got that kind of Tiffany pull. But her and Aja clash over the party, and she says, oh, the writer get her. She says, I see you're one of those people that joins a club like this to control others' lives, since you can't control your own. I'm like, was that an Olivia Poping? Was that an Annalise Keating? Because remember, this show survived because this was the dawn of the era of the read. This is when white women was reading, black women was really reading. This was when you got your read on, when you got your correct on. And now I'm like, are we going to have it based around that? Because it's kind of trite. It's kind of now like a Housewives thing. You're going to have to rely on story, not just quips. Because they were definitely, this show isn't as quippy as How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal with its soliloquies. They were very soliloquy and quippy. And I'm wondering, like, it might be refreshing to not have it as soliloquy and quippy. But we find out, girl, in the next scene, Aja man is cheating all over town. I mean, it's comical cheating. He's just sleeping with everybody. But Aja man, and it's like, you know he married and you married. So for you to expect fidelity, honesty, like that penis ain't none of your business. That is another woman's husband. Who he cheats with is who he cheats. You are just one hoe. I'm sorry. You don't get to be married, having an affair with somebody married, and then got the nerve to get haughty because he's out here lying to other women. And girl, and hold on. You a little too grown to be out here acting like this man sold you a dream. Your ass got up, washed yesterday's pussy off, cleaned up today's pussy, went down, got dressed, went down to the store where they sell you dreams, and bought a package with cash. You stop by the bank. I couldn't. I'm like, why are we following him? And then he's sleeping with everybody like Samantha Jones. And it's like, okay, like, you both were having an affair. What did you think was going to happen? You were fucking a liar and you thought, what did you think? What are you attracted to? I need you to sit down with you. See, we didn't watch too much of Yalla for these plot lines. That was BD, baby. Hold on, let me make. I'm gonna take it. That was BD. I know BD. But talk to your husband first before you go following this man all over town. But so then we flash back to the murder scene and we see it's his car that they also have to get rid of as they're burying this body. So we don't know if it's him that's dead. We can imagine, but they love to mislead us on shows like this. So when they set fire to the car, we see all of them are dressed up. So I guess this is the night of the winter gala, And this is giving me too much How to Get Away with Murder. And I'm like, all right. Then we cut to a flashback where Aja confronts the author because the author got the same bracelet. And I'm like, you have a whole husband, but you got time to talk to the husband. I can't identify with you as a character. And she ain't even a husband. She's just out here minding her business. Sorry. She's just out here minding her business. You're the one sleuth and snatch that ain't yours. Worried about a married man's affair. I can't. I can't with that one. How does that work? Well, girl, she go on and break up with him and embarrass him. She trick him into getting naked in front of a whole bunch of people. But it's like, you were having an affair. So, over with the author, we find out that she's going to give this kid a scholarship to help her image. And she meets with them, and he says, there's this girl that's smarter than me. Why don't you give her the scholarship? And she says, it's your time, it's your turn. Come to find out, she had the kid at 16, and she is mother. Well, his adoptive mother is like, look, you better stay away from him. You agreed to no contact. And she's like, I was 16. And then the police officer comes over, and he's like, well, what's going on? And she's like, nothing. And then he says, well, I'm the father. And so then she runs away. So it's like, did you mean you were his wife or her husband? Or are you the father of the child? He looked like he could be either. But that also gives very Nate How to Get Away with Murder. And so as the episode winds down, we see the affair real estate guy outside the house with the weapon. And it's like, okay, so he gonna threaten her, try to do something stupid to Aja after she done embarrassed him. But also it's like, he's just gonna tell your husband about the affair. That also could work. And then we see the gardener may lose his kids because the stepfather's coming after him, since he's got more money and he embarrassed him earlier. And they're going to have to move the body that they just buried through all the flash forwards and flash backwards because the Garden Society is going to build a koi pond. Now, how do I feel? I'm going to give it another couple of episodes. I like Aja's acting. They need to let the white woman get interesting. Let's develop her character faster. The actress is supposed to be playing like one of those characters that comes into bloom. Oh God. Oh God, it's gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be a lot of that. This is the thing comparing reality to scripted. Now I've got to tear people's art apart. We can, production, even going after that, it's like saying you can't tell a story. Not saying there's not one there to tell. This is a different level of you can't tell a story. And this was a weak pilot. A weak pilot. For you to steal so much from How to Get Away with Murder, you needed to also steal the fact that you were pulled in from the first episode and could not stop watching. If you're going to repeat, you got to repeat the success too. Why don't you try that? This was just episode 1. I'm going to catch up. There's 4 out. I'll be doing 1 a day for the rest of the week so we can get caught up on it. But it was fun. It was a fun little journey. I have some hope. I have some hope. I do like how when they do the flash forwards, they've incorporated, rather than just writing it across the screen, it's like on a calendar or on a doll or something. I think that's kind of cute. Well, I'm going to see y'all soon for love and hip hop. Miami. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and email Rodgers Ringtones for a unique and sassy ringtone. Email me the script that you would like, and for $5, the ringtone is yours. Tell a kin, tell a friend, tell that heifer you hate.